Today, while this video series 52, let us go to the last CMA form, that is form number 6, which is known as the funds flow statement. Basically, the funds flow statement is used by the bank to understand whether there is a diversion of funds. When I say diversion of funds, whether the short-term sources of fund are used for long-term uses. It is expected that short-term sources of funds are used for short-term uses and the long-term sources of funds are used for long-term uses. And the fund flow statement analysis also gives us a clear view as to the availability of margin for working capital. So when we prepare a funds flow statement, we take into account two balance sheets and compare the movement of the funds between these 2 years. And the funds flow also help us to understand, sometimes it so happens that the profit declines but net working capital keeps on increasing, or the profit keeps on increasing but the net working capital keeps on declining. Sometimes the company makes some investment in the fixed assets. We need to understand the sources from where the fund inflow had taken place to take care of the investment in the fixed assets. So the analysis of fund flow statement gives us a lot of information. Before that, we need to understand two things. One is, I will explain with an example. We have period 1 and period 2. The assets, these are liabilities and these are assets. Suppose I have a capital of 100 and I have a secured loan of say 200. So during the period 1, I have 300 as sources, that is 100 was capital and 200 was the secured loan which I raised. What I have done with that money is, I have made investment in fixed asset 250 and in other assets 50, making the total. So during the period 1, I have two sources. One, the capital, which was 100, and I also availed a secured loan from the bank, 200, making my total sources to 300. What I have done with the money is, I have made an investment in fixed asset to the tune of 250 and in other asset 50. So the sources tallied with the uses. Now during the period 2, my capital remains the same at 100. I increase the secured loan from 200 to 300. Now I have 400. What I have done with that money is, my fixed assets remains the same. I have increased the other assets, making it the total. So during the second period, what I have done is, I increase the secured loan by 100. That means increase in liability is source, and I have made that investment in the other assets. So increase in assets is a use. Now let us think of period 3. During the period 3, my capital remaining the same, I repaid 50. So my secured loan has come down to 250. How did I reduce the secured loan? I have sold fixed assets worth 50. Now this has become 350. So I repaid a loan of 50. That means I have decreased the liability. I have decrease in liability is a use. But my asset has come down. That is, decrease in asset is a source. This is basically the fundamental principles based on which the funds flow statement works. Now, with the help of an example, I will tell you how simple it is to prepare a funds flow statement. The first one is I take all long-term sources. When I say long-term sources, it could be any term liability or net worth items. Because the current liabilities are short-term sources. So we take into account the long-term sources. Here, if you take the long-term sources, first one is the net profit. Net profit between the 2 years increased by 5. Then I am trying to find out what is my cash accrual. That is, I have a depreciation provided. There is no cash outflow, it is only a provision. That is a cash. Depreciation between 2 years was 5. So my cash accrual in the business was 10. Now, go to the term liabilities. This we have already taken. This we have already taken. Now, the term loan increased by 20 between these 2 years. Capital, no change. Reserve increased by 5. This I have already taken. And I said, any increase in the long-term source, it is a source. Any decrease in the liability is a use, but there is nothing has increased. Decreased. Now go to the asset side. Any increase, I am taking the LTU, any increase in that, having taken the depreciation, we will take only the gross block. So here, my gross block has increased by 10. My investment has increased by 5. There is nothing decrease. Suppose the 40 has become 30, naturally, any decrease in the liability, I will take it as a use. Since there is nothing, total this, we have 5, 10, 30, 35 LTS and 15 LTU. Now we know what is a margin. Margin is nothing but LTS minus LTU, which is 20. I have a surplus of long-term source over long-term use to the extent of 20. Let that be there. Now I will go to the find out what is the increase in working capital gap between 2 years. We know working capital gap is equal to TCA minus OCL. Now between 2 years, take the TCA. Stock increased by 30. Debtors increased by 5. There are only two things. So my current asset increased by 35. What is the change in other current liabilities? My other current liability, trade creditors increased by 5. So my increase in working capital gap was 30. My working capital gap increased by KP, but I have a surplus of 20, leaving a deficit of 10. How did I meet this deficit? By increasing this deficit was met by increase in working capital finance. So now what we have understood is there is a margin because my long-term sources were greater than the long-term uses and the surplus is called the margin available for working capital. That margin is what I am deducting because my working capital gap increased by 30. I reduce the margin. Whatever may be the shortfall is funded by way of working capital finance. Suppose any of the long-term sources is found to be decreasing the figures, then it will go to the long-term use. Because we have learned that increase in liability is a source, decrease in asset is a source. Decrease in liability is a use or increase in asset is a use. This is the basic principle based on which the CMA form number 6 works. I hope you have understood this. It is a very simple one, and the CMA format shows the same thing: net profit plus depreciation plus increase in any term liability and decrease in any fixed asset, NCA or IA, and then it comes to the LTU, increase in long-term users and the decrease in long-term sources. Then it finds out the margin, that is a surplus of long-term source over long-term use. Suppose LTU is greater than LTS, means there is a diversion of fund and the margin is not available for working capital. So I then go to arrive at the working capital gap. It is nothing but TCA minus OCL. The increase in total current asset and increase in other current liabilities, I find the difference. I get the working capital gap. From the working capital gap, I deduct the surplus of LTOs over LTU. There will be a deficit. If there is a deficit, naturally it is to tally with the working capital finance. This is how the fund flow statement or the CMA form number 6 is prepared. I hope you have understood this. In case you understood it, liked it, press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.